All right, y'all. We are back on the charts. It is a no news Tuesday. We are looking at the Great British Pound against the US dollar, and everything right now is bearish. I don't believe this is going to be like, let me just check the weekly right quick. It does not look like a weekly retest. There's nothing in here that we can use. That little fair value gap got hit. This one got hit. So I think this is just going to fill this imbalance on the weekly. Could be like a long-term weekly like equilibrium, but there's nothing on this side unless this is like an order block. Go up. So, excuse me, I was thinking we are going to just look at the lower time frames and see if we can take a bearish trade today. See if we can actually get into the market when I'm on these low time frames. I don't know. I like having the session indicators. These blue lines are the beginning of London pre-market and the beginning of New York pre-market. So if that's the case, then New York has taken out London lows, but there's really I don't have anything. The only thing that's here is this fair value gap that it could retrace up into that we'll have to wait for. But it already liquidity sweeped. It could inverse fair value gap that, come up and then come back down. Let's see. That little retrace. Now that it's out, we could see this come back in and come back down into the fair value gap. Which would that's not too bad. That's on the 1 hour as well. 30-minute does not have much. These London lows got smoked. I just don't know if it's gonna reverse out of it. Excuse me, I'm yawning a whole lot right now. Tired. Just woke up. You guys know we're back on these charts, trying to learn how to day trade and post about it and get help if anybody feels like helping. Watched TGR's bootcamp, and now I'm in like I'm trying to like paper trade more and get more like market experience. So I'm just sitting on here and talking about what I see, what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and how those things played out. Yesterday we talked about news. Yesterday was this USD PMI, and I was trying to say, is this the appropriate thing to do? Because it said that it was bad for US currency. So, I mean, GBP just kept going up. And so right about this, at this level, I was thinking, if it says it's bad for currency, surely it's going to keep going. Especially because it's already reversed off the lows. And I did write this out. Like that it would go here. And then you could put it like, I mean, there's no way to get a good risk to reward on this. You would have gotten immediately stopped. It's so interesting. It must have been lower. Must have been like somewhere in this area. I mean, you could have waited for this confirmation. Like if this is where it opened, this actually would have been a great retrace. This is where it opened. Put it below these lows, or even this one. And then just let it go. Didn't really take very long to do that. That was like, I don't even know how long. That was 45 minutes. That's 3 to 1. you want to be safe, it's 2-1. Either way. And then a liquidity sweep up here. Probably just like this liquidity. Did not get this one. Then Asia session was just looked kind of just terrible. They didn't do anything with it. Now London session hit the highs of Asia, has skyrocketed downward and is continuing to go downward. I mean, that would have been the big move at 3 a.m. So I don't know how we're supposed to do that. But honestly, I'm not seeing it set up. Unless this closes and makes a fair value gap on the 15-minute. Or the 30-minute. If the first one of it closes, it might. Is this any like high time frame stuff? Liquidity. Should take a look. Realistically, it's already swept this one that were acting as support, and now they are resistance. It's just a downward trend. Swept this. Swept that and that. So, I mean, something could happen, but I am not too sure what it'll be. This is the only reason why I have. I mean, there's 4 hour has a fucking huge fair value gap right here. I can't even put an equilibrium on the 4 hour. The 1 hour, the top of it is here. Like I just had it a second ago. I mean, the high's up here, the retrace is right there. Now it's out of this. It come back 50% on the 4 hour fair value gap. I think I'm just gonna keep this one short and get it up because there's nothing like based on the setup. It's already happened. Liquidity sweep drop has already happened. London hit the highs. New York is not coming back up from London lows. No. And there's not a move for us. Very interesting. If it came back into all of this, it might refill the imbalance. I don't know how we could figure out if it's going to do that. Like, it might eventually come back all the way up to here. There's so much news this week, which is the bad thing. Don't know what's gonna happen the rest of the week. Oh boy. Shit is difficult, but I think I'm just gonna leave it there. There's nothing I can do in the first 15. Not even like I mean, it's trying to come up. I don't think that's gonna do anything. Like on the 1 minute chart, London did moved. How much did that shit move? $798. That's crazy. No. 333. So yeah. Okay. And they've only made back 100. They also did this move. So pre-market would have been a good move. Could have capitalized on the like these little retraces to come back. But this might be its reaction off the lows. That could have been the liquidity sweep from all this high time frame stuff. Could be done now that New York is in session. I don't know. I don't know, man. We will have to find out later. Because right now, getting on the charts at the open, nothing for me. But that might turn out to be a doji. Nope. There's still a lot of bearish pressure. Even though some of these want to buy. Just all chop. Chop, chop. Well, I don't know if we're getting any closer. I don't know if this is... Okay, so I just tapped onto the S&P 500 to look at what's happening over here. Because I also want to understand how you could even trade the S&P and the NASDAQ when they're at all-time highs. And seeing that in like the first 45, this is probably where I could be focusing my efforts on like the first 15 to 30 minutes of the New York Open every day. So what I'm seeing here is this. I mean, I'm on a super low time frame because people have already made their money, bro. People are not like, people trade within the first hour. So, I mean, I don't have the premium, so I can't see what's going on in here. Bunch of choppy bull from yesterday. Fuck it, I went to the 1 minute. And all we have here is little open, bearish pressure. Bearish comes down. There's a fair value gap here. It gets retested. Little bit of some stuff coming back from it. But, dude, after like say this candle, this break of structure, technically this being a break of structure all the way above this this here bearish candle, because it counts as it being boop, up, down, because it opened up here, or it opened here, but it got up there, just didn't. So this is a break of structure to the upside. I would wait a couple more minutes for confirmation. After this shit, you could have even gotten right here. Once this one closes and it's bullish, in my mind, I just wrote this out and you would have already made a 6x reward in like 15 minutes. Yeah, literally 15 minutes already. So maybe that's what I should be looking at, because like I should be looking at the 1 minute when I'm talking about these opens. Stock exchange open right here, came down, liquidity sweep, now it's going break of structure there, candle closes, retest, candle starts going up. Well, once this candle closes, you're in on this one. Once you're in on this break of structure, unless you need some type of confirmation. think this market wants to go long as well. I think I'm just overcomplicating it. Like, break a structure, candle opens, buy. Right here below this little liquidity sweep doji. Go as far as you want. Next 15 minutes. There's no building blocks. I mean, that's just like swing trading. You already made some amount of money. 1-to-1. That is probably just gonna fill all this. Now that it's going. I feel like it's almost too late to get into the trade, man. I should have seen that on the 1 minute, but like that's trading the stock exchange open, but then like what do I pay attention to? That's a break of structure. Actually, I think it's still good to buy. That would have closed. We would have gotten in right here. See, now I'm chasing, right? Like this is... I kind of want to get into this though. At least if it's here. Oh shit. Nope, here it goes. Let's see. See where this candle closes, and then I'm gonna buy. That might be it. See, this would have been the move. Yeah, I'm not chasing. I already missed it. Okay, so I don't know shit about shit. This would have already been happened as well. Like, of course, these two both, you could have bought on this one too. Same structure, exact same structure. Honestly, looks cleaner on the NASDAQ. I would have been right. See, that's just indecision in my own fucking brain, dude. Fuck. Now it's too late. If you buy here, what? Put it right here and up here. Is that even 2-to-1? I don't like it now. The move, the break of structure was way back here. I would have rather had this. Missed it, bro. I'm not chasing it. I don't know when it's gonna reverse. Which is... yeah, I wasn't in this before, so not gonna get into it now. That already, well, if you think it's gonna come up to these... I mean, people trade on these low time frames. That's what I'm confused about. That's break of structure. This is about to make a fair value gap. Liquidity sweep of what? Nothing. Eyes are up here. Maybe 4x is a little harder. Because, like, these opens once this kind of happens, if I had pre-market, that would be nice. But once this happens, like, you could be in here. It's what people do all the time. This is yesterday. Don't know how it started so high after that. Doesn't matter. Little thing. Fill the imbalance. Say like 30 minutes. Three to one. I mean, I'm just back testing, so it makes it look easy, but this was free. And yeah, well, I could see the confluence between these two, and now I can see that this is going up and this is going down. I always feel like when I get caught, that one trade when I got caught in low time frames fucked me. So I don't know, bruh. Sure do not know. Might have to go do more research. Alright, that's gonna be it. Wonder if anybody took this trade. It's a free S&P 500 trade, honestly. Just from the way it's let it build. High, break of structure, fat one. Now, like, honestly, like a discount. Best thing closes right there. You go in on this little shit candle. Click buy. Stop is below those lows. That's like fucking. It's a lot. It worked. That would have been a swing move. Restructure. Open. Buy. Oh shit. Break of structure. Opens right here. Stops below the lows. Could have gotten a 3 to 1 almost. Basically a 3 to 1. Now, which is also still going, so. I don't know, man. It's tough. And there's a break structure there on the 5 minute. Just a retrace though, that's swinging. Like, I'm not gonna be taking trades in the middle of the night when setups like when this liquidity sweep happens in the beginning of London. And then you get the actual big move and you just float in here and get all that shit. But even that is like, and it's not in our bias either. That's the most annoying part. Like, what do you do when it's not in your bias, but these setups are free for like a swing? You don't take them or what? I mean, this shit's fucking honestly in a bearish bias too, but it's filling whatever caused this imbalance yesterday or last night, so that would have been a first 15-minute trade of that going on. Gosh, got a long way to fucking go, man. All right, that's it. See ya.